Good morning, students. In the last three classes, we have studied about resources. Resources are very useful for human beings. They are based on their origin, ownership, their status, their development. Like we have individual property, potential, stock, and much more we have studied about this. Then we have studied how are resources, where are resources found, they are found on the earth. These resources are very useful once again. They have to be used very effectively. So for using it very effectively, we have to do some planning, and this is known as resource planning. We said that it is very complex. The minerals or the resources have to be first identified, where they are found, how much quantity they are, what quality it is, and after that, will it be going to be useful for the human beings? Then we have to look for the technology, the skills to develop these resources. We studied about land use in India. We consider that near about 2.4% of the total area is covered by India in the whole world. It is the 7th largest country. It has an area of 32.8 lakh square kilometer. The whole of India, if say we take it according to the percentage wise, 100% the whole of India. And what is mountains, rivers, plains, plateaus are all available on this. These are the physical features that are present on this. So if we consider 100%, out of 100%, nearly 43% come under plains, which are they are flat areas, very useful, easy for doing agriculture, setting of roadways, railways, etc. 30% are covered with mountains, rivers. 27% consider about plateaus. That is the southern plateau. Yeah, the Deccan Plateau is known as. It's a very big area, 27% of India's, and it is rich in minerals. That is iron, coal, nickel, bauxite, etc. and etc. I'm going to study this in later classes in the next chapter. But first, we are using India as a resource, and now we are going to use the land use pattern of. So, what is the land use pattern? So, the land use pattern. How is land use determined? So, the land use is determined by human factor. Human factor. Now, what is human factor? Like, what is the population of a particular area? Like say Jammu and Kashmir, mountainous region, very less people live out here. Rajasthan, desert area, very less people live out here. But when you look at the northern plains, say Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, these are very populous country. Nearly about 40% altogether. These three states, they cover about 40% of total population of India. Uttar Pradesh consists about 21 crore people. Population density. Then we have technological capacity. This is the first factor, human factor. The second factor is actually physical. Physical simply means what is the topography. Now topography simply means is the structure that is present on the earth. Like once again I can say like use this word mountains, MOU, mountains, rivers, desert, valleys, etc. These things come under topography. If there is a flat area, there will be more people, the population will be more because it is easy to make roads, railways, industries. It becomes tough or difficult in mountainous region because they are twisted and turned, they are not flat. So the land use pattern depends on two factors, physical factors and human factor. Now when we talk about the data of land use data. So we can say that we actually know about almost about 93% of total geographical area. Now you can see that out of 100% only 93% is known. Rest 7% we do not know about these areas. Now what are the reasons? Because reasons for not knowing these records. It is said that according to the reporting survey is done. Again, when we talk about Jammu and Kashmir, like some area is covered with, it is occupied by Pakistan. So it is not easy to survey that area. Some areas which are found in north east India, Mizoram, Manipur, such areas which are again mountainous region, again those areas are not been surveyed except Assam. So this makes difficult for the survey. It is about the climate also. Jammu Kashmir has a very harsh climate. Due to the mountainous Himalayan mountains, these areas are covered with ice. Some area is occupied by China also, Jammu Kashmir. So this is the basic reasons why we don't know about the 7%. This is the land use data. Now comes the land degradation and conservation measures. Now how is land degraded? The land degradation and conservation measures. This means that land degradation means even how land is destroyed, and when it is destroyed, how to make it useful. Conservation. What things we are going to do to prevent that land should not get destroyed. So basic reason why land is degraded, it says because of human activity. Now what is human activity? Why human activity first? Because humans are most reactive to things. Nature, environment. We have to make houses, so we destroy, we cut plants. We have to construct houses or railway lines or roadways, we start leveling the area, which loosens the soil, destroys the natural vegetation. We can call it grazing also, which is done by cattle, cow, buffaloes, goats, sheep, grazing. Then it is mining, quarry, etc. are the activities that are undertaken by human beings. They are all done for their development. We have to do these things so we can develop our nation. But in the development of nation, we are creating a lot of problems that are known as global crisis. Even global warming, pollution, destroying of land. We are using fertilizers, which is very effective or helpful for farmers. They can grow a good crop, a good harvest with the help of fertilizers, pesticides. But indirectly, it is degrading, the quality of land. Nutritional values of soils are destroyed. So when it comes for the second time cropping, we don't get nutritions from the soil. We have to again add some fertilizers to get a good crop. As we have talked about mining. The mining, and one more we have coring. Coring is again done on land in the upper surface of the earth to extract minerals. We can remove marble, granites. These are done in coring and mining. Mining is done of coal. When we go deep inside the earth and extract minerals. One is known as rat hole mining. Rat hole mining means 1 meter hole is made and the workers have to crawl and go in these holes or tunnels to remove minerals. As rats moving inside the ground. This is the method. It is done in northeast area. Now, how to reduce the land degradations or the measures to control land degradation. It's easy but difficult to follow. First, we have already said we cut plants, we destroy the level, lose the soil. So just by doing the opposite thing what we have studied out here, we can control the land degradation. Very first, afforestation or growing of more plants. Then we have shelter belts or plant shelter belts. This is mostly done at the border of in Rajasthan, where there is a desert and population. This is a belt, a row of trees are planted so that the winds do not carry the sand particles into the city area. The wind speed is destroyed, speed is lower down, and these are being protected. The sand particles do not enter the area. Then control over grazing. When animals are controlled, they are not allowed to chew the roots of the plants. Then proper management of wasteland. Proper management of waste land and control over mining activities. Can reduce the land degradation. What is land degradation? How can land degradation how can it be controlled? Okay, we'll move into the next class.